day for Gretchen today. Big day.
I know.
Wow. So what are you guys going to do for her prom? Just be there and support her?
I guess.
Is there a feast in her honor?
I don't know.
Hmm.
She's gonna be out till like 11 o'clock at night, so.
Wow. So that's.
So she's leaving from like 7 to like 11 at night, so. One time.
Well, 4 hours. So that's yeah.
Yeah. And she has to get ready for whatever. Yeah. So, I have a stupid meeting, so I can't be there.
What meeting?
Well, it's not stupid, but it's I'm in Rainbow Girls, which is like a
Oh, that
conversation.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's on a web thing.
Oh, it's a Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's check if everything is working.
I got a Rosin bow. Almost.
Oh, you brought rosin too.
I know, right?
How come you don't keep it in your violin case?
It was in my violin case, and then I took it out to rosin it for my practice, and then I forgot to put it back in, and then my violin was already packed, and I was just too lazy to put it back.
Yeah, with things like this, you kind of want to always return them to the place where you took them from.
Yeah, I sort of just kind of.
Yeah, that's the safest habit.
Well, I don't have any habits, so.
So, what are we working on today?
I don't know.
Scherzo Tarantella? Yes. You have an etude.
Yeah.
Now, we've talked about some more repertoire. For now, you can put the bruch away.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Forgot to take it out.
Yes, but the Scherzo Tarantella, we need to. I hope it's the place where you know.
That's the other copy.
All right. So I'll take that other copy, and we also need to think about some solo Bach. What solo Bach have you played, Helen?
I don't know.
Have you done Bach Presto? Okay, so third partita. Okay, we will start with the third partita. You need to get your own music for this.
Okay.
Today we will take. You need to get pictures of the prelude. Because we will start working on that.
So do I just like get it from like a website, or do I just look at it?
Well, if you want to get your own book, this okay.
Okay.
And we'll just scan my part so you have my markings. Yeah. Funny that I didn't put anything for the under. I know what to say. We have them. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with this.
Okay.
It's a little bit too dropped for the beginning of the chord. You need to place the bow and draw it with a little bit more control. So let's start with nice strong sound. And these are some elementary things that once mentioned shouldn't be mentioned again. You need to keep your target for the bow steady. So as you so the starter you don't want this or this. So you want it to be very steady and from the point of control. Okay, this is better. Now I just want to check something. What is your thumb doing when you start the down bow? The long down bow. So now look, just think about the left hand doing this is a misconception because the left hand has to support the neck of the instrument. So yes, free thumb and all that, we don't want to be clutching, but the thumb has to be able to walk, and what is even more important, the thumb has to be able to support. So there's this going on, and it needs to happen when, for example, the bow is playing into the instrument here. Because if this is not supporting what you're playing here, you see how it just begins to move. That's when the beginnings of the notes and all this, you can gauge it because the string is moving on one side. So your thumb really needs to provide, like if you're playing with big sound, into the G string. So from here, there's pressure into this, but there's a lot of support that comes from here. Okay, so if the thumb is just on the side, that won't be enough. That's why we're talking about a low point of contact for the fingers, so the thumb can be doing its job. Now, this is especially true when you're playing up here. So if a finger is down, if the bow is deep into the string, the thumb has to be supporting this. And just think about raising the scroll and notice it comes. This is the feel for tone. Now, if you're playing into the E string, the thumb will need to counteract more this way, right? Because it's just coming from two opposite directions for that, right? So this should help with the vibrato also. We will address that in a moment. But can you start at the edge and make sure that when you start the down bow there, you've got enough support here so your target is not moving. And even for that E string, play into the target. Yes, and good. Listen. Yes. Crescendo. Here for this one, yeah, right. So you have to feel that. And every now and then I'm hearing this gorgeous sound that your violin can produce. Can you make sure that it's present on every single chord, everything that you do, and it's not just here and there. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know the sound I'm talking about? Okay, now listen. You're playing. Do you hear tone? It sounds like a violin, but so now do you hear the quality of the instrument when I get into the string? And it's not just the it's not just the just especially so here this is a very good sonority for your instrument. So but you need to get into, because if you just do this, it doesn't, you don't hear that really special beautiful tone. So since you can get it from the violin, It has it there. You must put yourself in this mindset that every single note that you play is going to have that color. Now, there's so many kids who play on a three-quarter size instrument who the violin just doesn't give it to them. Use what you've got.
Do a certain
How about from the top one more time? Because it's a little bit more difficult to get that quality on the high strings. So. Beautiful. Nice. Whoops, that was to scratch. I'm glad that you went all the way that way, so you know how much is too much, and now just back off a little bit. Yes, that's it. Now next one. Yeah, retake the bow all the way from the tip. You start. Now save when you get to the bass. Save. Save. You have to save more. So each and every time you have to make yourself really safe on those bass notes. Yes. Safe again. Where's the second page? Can we work on it? You know, there's very little progress on the new part here.
I tried working on it.
How much did you work on it?
I don't know.
Now, you need to get the second page, and I want you to add it to the etude, and I want to hear this memorized next time. Okay? These are very important skills, and they repeat twice each and every measure. So it doesn't make sense that I have to keep reminding you to save your bow, because that's something that you just have to start doing automatically. So let's make sure that next time we're done with this one, because we've been on it already, what, 2 lessons at least? Yeah. So basically with etudes, ideally you should have an old etude and a new etude. You want to have a turnover of an etude every lesson. So if you stagger them like this, you will end up playing one etude for 2 weeks. Because you bring it as the new etude, then you go home and finish the things for the second week from that one. But meanwhile, while you finish that etude, you also have a new etude to work on. So that's what it needs to be. Now, how about if we also give you a new etude then? Just one has to finish. Let's see which one we want to do. You know, since we are focusing so much on double stops at this point, let's do number 36. Now, the way this one works is, in some ways, it's much easier than the other stuff you have played, but this is a study in coordination. So what needs to happen is that all of the double stops you have to play, they have to be prepared in the left hand. So you never go at the same time with the fingers and with the bow, dropping the fingers into the same time, starting with the bow. When you have double stops, the fingers have to precede the bow. They have to anticipate ever so slightly. And in this particular etude, number 36, that is, so you need to print that from the file that I have sent you. So we've got. So you see that I'm doing the fortes from the double stops. Now, do you see why this is also good for the technique? What do we do with the bow pressure compared to when we play single stop?
Do you add more weight on the
You
balls?
double it. You double it because you're playing on two strings. So you have to double the so just for the kind of, it's already figured into that you will be playing stronger the double stops. So now, do you see the coordination that I'm showing here? No, I'm purposefully leaning down so you can see my. It's very uncomfortable for me to play like this, but I'm doing it so you can see. So, hop, hop, hop. So the left hand anticipates the whole time like crazy, and the thing has to sound extremely clean. Now, you might think, oh, why am I playing this boring etude? Because it's very repetitive, so you will have these patterns kind of in your DNA if you practice them correctly. And then once the next stage that we're going to play is going to be like a Bach preparation, because this is like a sort of invention, like a two-voice invention that he has written. So that will be our first kind of taste of Bach-like technique for this. It's not music-wise, it's not nearly as good as what we were playing with the Bach, but you need to get this. So can you just read a couple of lines with this, because I want to make sure that you will be practice your new etude, you will practice it correctly. So the top note is playing B. Yes. Yeah. And don't get turned around with the bowings. So the forte bow is also always the second bow. The double stop is always the second note on the bow. Now, Ella, do you know what intervals you just played?
Sort of.
You should know each and every one, just from the fingerboard geography. Just the way your fingers are arranged on their spots, you have to know what interval you're playing. So G to B is what?
Major.
Okay. E to B.
A fifth.
Then again major third. Then what do we have here?
A second.
What kind?
I don't know how to figure that.
Okay, whole steps are major seconds. Half steps are minor
So
seconds.
it's major.
Major seconds, good. What's the next one?
Perfect fourth.
Right. And then what is this one? The one that gave you trouble.
I tried to.
Good.
What?
No, it wasn't. Look at it again. How many? So if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see that there's 6 notes. So D to E is 2, F is 3, G is 4, A is 5, and the B is 6. So you can also check that in first position when you see the notes. So if your fingers are like this, what interval is that? Okay. Minor sixth, right? So that can help you instantly when you look at the music. You instantly know, oh, that's a minor sixth, and you also have a number, so you can much quicker read what's on the page that way. Now, what's the next one? So it's also the G sharp holds that so it's the same one. So it's that minor sixth, and so on. So you need to drill yourself on those things because it will help your sight reading. Knowing the intervals and just having this kind of familiarity, dexterity with them is going to be huge. Okay. Now, can you play that much one more time with better coordination, with really good rhythm? And I also like to see much more pronounced marcato from the bow. So the bow stays on the string. And when you pull the bow, it's actually nice full sound. Piano, forte, more bow, a little bit. Yeah, and now, but if you go with just so you need to sound the interval with the same amount of energy and. Your downbeats are always going to be on the down bow. That's how it works. You start on the down bow, right? So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down.
Okay.
Oh, come on! It's so simple and yeah. So let's set ourselves good. Don't walk from here. Just one always has to yeah. No, you didn't skip. So the third beat is on the down bow. So start here on the down bow, the E octave. The A is with the third finger, the F sharp is with the fourth, major sixth, right? Octave. Now fourth position. Now stay there. So keep your first finger down and now go to the C natural. So that's a major third, right? From 3, go on. The E will be with the fourth finger. Fourth finger on the E string. Yes, right. Crossover, yes. Yes. The E. So that should be on a down bow. Stay in place. Now, do you see how reading this etude is going to help your reading skills? Because the majority of the time you're going to hold your octave position, and inside this the octave position you have to add all of these different intervals.
Okay.
So next time, first page is going to be your new etude. I need to hear the old one as well. 36. All right, now scherzo tarantella. How much of this do you have memorized?
Memorized?
Yeah, I've been playing for a long time. For next time, you need to start memorizing.
At least 3 pages.
Okay, for now you can use your music, but you have to be aware of where in the process you are. Memorization, especially at your age,
The
is
only
a very
part
essential. Yeah.
Really don't know is the mixed parts between the
Middle sections, the 2 episodes.
sort of like a da 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 da.
Yes, those. Yes.
Those parts I get mixed up. Like if I do the C sharp twice or once in the first, I don't know. I just have to
So
learn
now, for memorization purposes, you need to practice these 2 sections side by side.
And I
So
also
you can-
don't know that part. So I know the first 3, 4. Oh,
Okay, so you know what you know and what you know what you don't know. So you need to start filling in the gaps of what you don't know. Okay. All right.
do I just play what I don't know?
I want to hear where it is. Yeah. If you feel confident that you can manage it memorized now.
Cool. I mean, like
you
the
can-
first 3 pages, and then because I have this part.
Okay, so let's
I can
do
do
the
that.
first 3 pages memorized then. for those harmonics that you just missed, were the fingers too far apart or too close together?
Sorry. Shoulder has been bothering me for a long time.
Shoulder?
No, it's not the shoulder, it's the shoulder rest. It's not getting on my shoulder and it keeps sliding off.
Uh-oh. Are you pushing too much with the shoulder?
I'm not trying to.
That looks way too high to me. Hold the button. This is too Let's see how that feels.
I don't know how you did that.
Well, I bent the rib itself. Yeah. So yeah. Let me see how. Ooh, that's way too high for you, my dear. Yeah, because you're going like that. You're doing the opposite of head and shoulder, which is still not good. Now, do you really keep your shoulders like this?
I don't know.
Squeeze your shoulder blades back together.
Like that.
That's a little bit too much and too extreme. But for good posture, that's one of the things that you need to do. If you want your arms to be strong, and not to have any issues with the rotator cuffs, this is a very important thing to because it stabilizes the arms. Otherwise, this thing leads to all sorts of injuries and pains and so on. So when you play, you just have to make sure that. I think that the CrossFit people they about the back of the shoulder blades when they do things, they say just imagine that you're squeezing like a soft cherry with your shoulder blades. So it's not a hard squeeze or anything. It's just thinking that this So that's going to be really good for your shoulders. Now, what was I doing here? Bringing this down a little bit. Yeah. So the reason your shoulder has been hurting is because you've been basically trying to play like this and stand like this. So you want your shoulders more or less to be parallel. Now look at yourself in the mirror and adjust yourself. Do you see? So let's get your shirt also to stay a little bit more symmetrical so we can tell. That's better. Okay. Now, as you are, so can you do what I'm doing? So my shoulders are also mostly symmetrical. Now, just can you do this? This is the space that you provide for the violin. So you don't want any change from here. You don't want this. You don't want this. Because you've been doing this. I could see that from your back. So feel nice and stable. And from this point, we would just go ahead and arrange.
Okay, sorry,
what?
Just like sliding from my shoulder and then I was like.
No, but you were comfortable. Even when you said it was better, it was still not good. So let's turn toward the mirror because again we have to make sure. Now, do you see how this? No, don't do that either. So just kind of reset them. Reset and yeah, and yes, good. And now, you're already ready to be doing this. So now, but again, start with centered. Don't start uncentered. Squeeze the shoulder blades a little bit. Okay, that's good. And for your size, you actually you have very broad shoulders, which is great for the violin. I mean, you're built to play the violin. You were born for that. So yeah. So let's keep this now. Bring your hand to your shoulder. Yeah. So can you just keep your frame? Yeah, not too stiff, but strong enough, and just bring. Yes. So that's where it needs to be. Oh. And now with your head turn
Oh.
and drop.
Okay.
How's that? Good. Now, just still doesn't fit you. Now, is this better?
Yes.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
So now let's take a look at this, and we have to practice you getting into that pose, because when you practice at home, you have to be able to do. Let me again look at you here. Yeah, that's better. That's a whole lot better. Yes. Now, can you put this down? No. The whole violin.
Oh, the whole
yes,
violin?
the whole violin. Yes, because you have to practice. You have to practice being centered. Yes. So the spot is there, and now do you see the angle at which I'm putting the violin on your shoulder? It's not from here, but it's from above. So when you do this on your own, because at home, you can raise this, but not this. So you raise from here, and you go from here, and you let it sit. Okay. For now, though, I will help you, and then we will practice you putting the violin up.
Okay.
So center. So always start from center. Yes. Yes, then you prepare the spot for the violin, and then the head, remember, it's not here, yeah, you just keep it here, and then you turn and you drop. Turn and drop, yes. Yes, and then you bring this here, yes.
Ooh.
I was very close there, so that was easy. Okay, now let's try you putting it up, and how about, yes,
Yeah,
good foundation, yes.
Yeah.
Like, because we're like athletes when we play the violin, and you know everything about running and you know how you have to harness everything you can from your body when you play a game, right? It's the same thing. So if you're doing this and this and you're basically sabotaging yourself. So let's start with yes. Yes. So now, how about we practice first of all. Start with centered. Yeah. Now, can you just raise your arm, but the left one. Yes. But raise your arm without disturbing the frame. So yeah, drop it again, and again feel the frame. Feel. Let's center you here in front of you. So again, feel the frame. Drop the arm. So the arm, all of this has to be completely loose, but you have to have a sense of the frame and your spine and this whole thing here. Yes, good. Yes, and now I'm going to hold my hands here. Now raise your left arm. Yes, right. Ooh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
It hasn't been raised like that in a long time. Now just drop it. Yes, good. Let's try the other one. Good, and now drop it. So you see that it's normal when you raise the arm, that portion of this is going to raise, but it's not by doing it like this. So your shoulder blades, you keep them down like this. So that's the feel. Yeah, try the left one. Yes, beautiful. That was great. That was fantastic. And now place your right arm on your left shoulder. Yeah, but you started with this. So again, keep this and basically try not to disturb anything. Think about that you're bringing around your elbow. That's perfect. And now drop it. Now let's try with the other one. We just want to create a spot there. Yeah. So resist any urge from the fruits. Try one more time.
From this one?
Just one. So again, but let's keep the frame. So do you feel the frame? And now another important thing about your frame is not to let your head go like this. So you basically just so you can feel it. Can we do chin tucks like turtle tucks? I mean, it looks really funny, but that's really good for your neck. And as violinists, we have to release quite a lot with this. So look. So actually before you start practicing and maybe during the practicing and after practicing, you need to do this. I wish somebody had told me before I injured my neck about this, from playing violin and just doing stupid things. But this chin tuck, when you, like a turtle, when you end up with double and triple chin, I mean, it looks very unattractive, but it's really good for you. So can you? Yeah, but you're doing this. Did you see in the mirror what I'm showing? So you keep your neck in a place. And you basically tuck your chin into your throat, basically. Yeah.
So just
So yeah. And don't shorten. No. Don't shorten your neck, and don't put any undue pressure on the vertebra here. So and just look down a little bit, just a little bit. Yes. And now just do the chin tuck.
I don't know how to.
Have you seen a turtle?
Yeah.
Do you know how they go into their shell? So try to do that. Yeah. There we go. That's more like it. And try again. So the chin. Basically, you want this kind of feel. Yeah. Just like that. Right. And again, you don't want to do it in public, obviously, but just because it releases a lot of stuff. For us violinists, the danger is right here in the vertebrae here, because I should get a skeleton model here, so I can show you what happens. So you see that there is a curvature on the spine here, right? And if you do this kind of thing, you put a tremendous amount of pressure on the discs in the vertebra on this side. Yeah, and when you do what I'm showing you here, just think, you're basically counteracting that, and you're releasing all of this thing that people do when they this is also really bad for the neck, reader's neck. It's but the chin tucks. Yeah, can you go even? I mean, your age, you want to look beautiful. I know, and this is very unattractive look. So you think, oh gosh, I have double and triple chin. You want to do that in public. So I just try it. Yes, that's the thing, and this is actually good for your neck. So I want you to do that before and after you practice every day. And I want you to do like at least 3 of them and hold for at least 5 seconds. So I'm not going to look there.
Okay.
Now, ready?
Okay.
The first one.
What?
1, 3. Yeah, do it right, because if you're not doing it right, it's not worth it. Ready? So 1, 2. Don't lift here. So keep your frame and just the chin tuck. Okay, good. Release. Good. Release. And now the second one. Release. And the third one. You have more mobility here. You should have more mobility in this. Okay, you experiment. Okay.
That's great.
All right. Now, coming. Yes, from above, and remember, it's turn and drop with the head. Not. Yeah. All right. Now, we yes. After this, let's start. Where were we? Yeah, we were still here. Yes. So that begins on an up bow, if I remember correctly. Yes,
yeah,
because
yes.
on the G. No, but then it says so G.
So
yes. So you just
so you
yes,
cross.
and you cross. Yes. And then E string. Yes. And you should attack in that C on the up bow. Yeah. So. Yes. Now, can we do that one more time with a little bit more sensible line with the harmonics and all that? Yes, and the A sharp. Now, F sharp to A sharp is what interval, Ella?
Major.
Yes.
So
can we start from here? And then A sharp to C sharp is a minor third, right? Yes, now something is amiss here.
No. We should do his fingering.
Down one. Let's see. So one thing we know is that you want to be on your third finger for this one. So let's take 4 on this. And I would say we would do 4/4 here at the top. You've got a nice strong 4th finger. So where does that put us? And then the F sharp will be very comfortable with the 3rd finger. So this is the big jump here when you go from the G to the B flat. Let's try together from. Ready? Sorry, I messed up with the B flat. Can I hear from here by yourself? In the etudes, except that we have to do it backwards because the chord is on an up bow and it starts in the gibbet. So spit it out. Yes. Go on. Because of the double stops and all that, we need again that gutsy sound that your violin has. You can do. So really work into the G string. The stick, well, so what can you do for the stick not to be touching the string? You need to play with flat hair. This is what it's doing. Yeah, the stick was on this side of the hair, and that's why we could hear that noise. So all you have to do is with your thumb flatten the hair. Yes, and you will feel the angle is not right, so you will adjust it instantly. So you stay with the flat hair.
Okay.
I want to hear that again. Gutsy, strong. Da 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 da. So right to neck. Ooh. Now again, big and gutsy here on those with good. Going on. Now, do you know what notes this is? Because it's so
It's a feet note,
okay, but
hard.
it's so marked that we can't even see what the heck is underneath all that. So how about we clean it up and I'll put actually brackets around this. Isn't that better?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, you start with right. Yes. Yeah, get yourself a lower on the bow. It will be yes. Now, actually playing deeper in the string helps, doesn't it? It sounds fantastic when you do it. Now, Ella, how close are you to being able to play through this passage here without tripping? Because it still sounds like you're struggling and sight reading it. Can you be the intelligent person you are? Can you use maybe a little bit of memorization on it so you don't trip each and every time? And let's also not obscure with the writing the music, because if you cannot read what you're doing, makes no sense. So okay, let's try it. Let's start right here on. So it's also a good idea to have starting point, safe starting points. So, for example, when you reach the end of this line, you know that you start here and you know how this goes. So can we put all of this together? Let's see if we can get it from there.
I got too close to the tip and then I had to like go back. To
Well, you work your way. You here on this up bow is where you work your way to the lower part of the bow. We're on opposite bows. This is a slur. So because it starts in that bow. Yes. Something is still not right. Can you do it once slowly from here, because the bows is still reversed. Ah, that's right. That's right this time. Let's get into it. Let's see if we can take it from. Yeah, maybe from the A, from the A's. Let's take it from. So that Okay, you're here now in first position. First position. We're again. Yes, that's how this works.
Okay.
And maybe it's not necessary to get that low on the bow that soon. You need to be lower on the bow for the chords, so you don't end up. In the part of the bow where there is lots of room between the stick and the hair, and a place where the hair is going to give. That's here. So can we try from here one more time? So that's the last of the climbs. On the A. Oh, half step. Both fingers move on a half step. Yes. Let's try it. Maybe I give you bad advice here on this. So you need to be in the lower half for these guys here. So I'll put in the middle of it, lower half for this. Here maybe still in the upper half. So. Sorry, I'm playing. So this still can be more détaché in the upper half, but you have to then, about here, you have to start working your way to the lower half. Can we try it? And how about we add, starting from here? Go to the lower half, but in the faster tempo you'll discover that you have to, because it will be impossible to play the chip in fast tempo. And now let's finish. Can your pitch be better though? So pitch. The thumb in this passage is absolutely instrumental. So if I see you go with the scroll down here, I won't be able to show you with the scroll down because I can't. If the scroll is down, the thumb is not. No. What I'm saying is that the thumb is so instrumental in this that if I'm showing you with scroll down and the thumb is not supporting, I can't play it. So. Can you do it in slow motion? Now, especially when you get from third position and you go into sixth here, that support with the thumb has to be absolutely instrumental. And now, yes. Yes. So do you feel that the tip really supporting? Now make sure that it's not so outside that you're actually going to drop the fiddle, but there's this path for the thumb that is made by the maker of the instrument. It's just around here so that's what you will feel going around.
Sorry.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh my.
Yes. And now for the stretch, you might discover that actually the thumb also needs to come underneath and swing the elbow more to the right. You're doing the one leg thing. I don't want you to trip.
I'm not gonna trip it again. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Go ahead and play.
Okay.
Okay, great. So just need to stretch that pinky there. So the thumb has to allow for very quick motion there with that. Now this thing is going to be so much easier if you try it faster. So I want to hear you play this page at almost twice the speed where you started.
I tried backwards.
Yes, support with the thumb. So yes, so yes, you will support with the thumb. And here, look, the string is so short that you don't need a huge vibrato motion because very little movement from the pinky is going to expose the right amount of less than a quarter step. That's like 1/6, 1/8 of a step that we need for the vibrato to sound good. Now you need to be supporting from the thumb as you do that. So when you get to that note, I want to actually see you. No, not to the side and high like this. It needs to be more in front of you and high. Yeah. Okay, so don't push with the shoulder. It just might be a place where you actually support it just from here, from those 2 points. Okay, now let's put the bow into the string. We just don't make a sound yet, but do you feel the counteraction between the thumb and then just falls here. So just clamp that you're preparing in the left hand basically is holding the violin in place, and then it will be very easy to vibrate. Yes. See, that's plenty of vibrato. Now let's try. Let's try one more time from the first. Support with the thumb. Great. Now, can you do it with a bow that is not playing on adjacent strings? So focus the bow in one place. Now, Ella, you're again making this face, and you're just making me want to give up when I see you that distressed about this. It's a difficult place. Everybody struggles with that. It's not like something. There's something defective with you, and no, everybody suffers with this. Actually, you're doing better than most on this. So that already is very encouraging. So just get into the spirit that we're going to get it. One last thing that I would suggest. So when you go up there, your pinky is curving this way. Now, can you approach it actually more from instead of going around like this, a little bit more on the flat here, and getting this, yeah. So again, the elbow doesn't need to swing so far there, but instead of the finger going and playing like this, let's use this surface of it for that. And maybe it will be a whole arm vibrato. I don't know. What we need to get is so get that the fingertip is. Have you met Amber? Well, Amber is she's Mary Ellen's age, and
Oh, I think I have.
yeah, so Amber just learned how to vibrate, and it's actually quite remarkable because she's got the most amazing fingertip vibrato. I didn't teach her that with the exercises. Somehow she just did them in a way that was comfortable for her. So she's doing this fingertip thing with. I'm not really trying to move my hand or arm for this, but for places like this, let's see how much the fingertip actually needs to move there, and let's see if we can do an Amber vibrato for that. Yeah, and so. Yeah, for this one, for me, so fundamental that I feel the thumb, the support of the thumb, and the fingertip is basically kind of moving around the thumb for that. To get the vibrato up here on this. Don't forget that just and now for this one note, your shoulder rest is not going to be sticking to your shoulder. It's a moment where you play as if you don't have a shoulder rest, okay? So make the hand slide downhill. Yes. Yes, and now let's stop on this one and see if we can practice just bit starting from here one more time in tempo. You see that the bows work when yes. Yeah, now for this one you have to use bow, just that bow, because you need to start at the frog. So that's the rhythm there.
I know, I'm trying.
Yes. Again from the thumb. So gauge it from the thumb. Measure from the thumb. Same thing, because you will run out of bow, so use bow on this up bow, and this needs to start from the frog. Now, can we do it from the D string here one more time? Again, you should be proud of how well things are going. They're not perfect yet, but they're greatly improved, so don't get frustrated. Good, go on. Yeah, and if you want, you can duck that. So just down bow is optional for you, but it just has to start from down bow. It just needs to be. Yeah, it just needs to be one bow, and it needs to be a down bow. Go on. Go on. Okay, and then we're back in business. So you need to start practicing those middle episodes at up to tempo, so the bowings would work, and you need to start creating the flow. Can we try the second one? Up to tempo? Yes. Now you need to do this fingering because there has to be a reiteration of the C. And if you're not there, there's no way to do it. So yes, yeah, but it needs to sound better. Yes, and now not just the substitution here was great, but what you did get into the D is not. So you just need a better shift there. So. So can you make it nicer? Yes. Now, Ella, I'm hearing a lot of blank spots on your bow. Play with contact. It doesn't have to be loud. It needs to be with high quality. Better. And now, when you hear this melody, I don't know about you, but when I hear it, there's something so wonderful about just upward sweeping arpeggio. it just makes me want to smile. It instantly makes me feel good when I hear this melody. It's so beautiful and so. Oops, my bow is getting way too heavy here. Can you bring that in the line? Yeah, so just with the motion itself, as you start, it's sweeping. That's all I can say about this. And from you, what I hear is it's like the student version of that. Can you play it like an artist? A very sensitive artist in that. Okay, so there has to be a sense of crescendo as you go through this. It's not written, but it's implied because of the way the melody moves there. And this bit right here, I want to hear prettier. More crescendo, Ella. A little bit more crescendo. The bow is too tight. Let's try that one more time. Yeah. Can the crescendo go through the bow change? Yes. Yes, then we have a new phrase. So these are two separate bows, but we don't want to accent them. So what exactly is going on down there? This these syncopations, they're so poignant with just descending chromatic line on that, because he could have just he could have just gone down with a straight beautified scale, and instead we have syncopations on a chromatic scale. So there's this huge arch going up, and then just a really cool way of treating the descent. So can you do something more musical with it? Yes, and now we've got exactly the same reiteration issue here. So you have to do the fingerings. Yes, and then my favorite. Yes, it's so special and poignant. Ah, yes, that little grace note is just so exquisite. What do you think? Were you happy with this? How about you do something more about it? You need to keep crescendoing through the line here. So you need to get all the way to the tip, because it's a very long bow. And if you're caught here, changing it, you're wasting that much of your bow, which you desperately need. So use bow. Yeah, and don't stop the bow. let's do this second portion of it one more time, starting from the yes. So this would be your second finger, right? Then you just have to shift. One more time from the A. Yes, and now with the bow, I hear many bumps as you're playing this. Can it be legatissimo, like a really good opera singer connecting? Yes, that's much more like it. Now, here those 4/4 are kind of scaring you, and your pinky is getting a little bit on this side. Actually, you will have so much easier time reaching it. Yes, yes, yes. And the vibrato is also going to be better if you go with fleshier part of the finger there. Yes. Yes. Now, I would love to hear this entire thing in such a way that it makes me melt, because this is such a pretty line. Use the chance to enjoy yourself playing it. Why did you give up? Hey, Michael, I'll be with you in just a moment. Yeah, thanks. Now, you need to go.
Oh.
So we didn't get to talk about vibrato with you today, but I want you to this coming week to just experiment with this thing that we talked about the thumb, because it's going to affect the vibrato. And basically, I want you to think in terms of fingertip movement for the vibrato, not the big stuff, but what exactly in the fingertip needs to start moving for you to get the vibrato going. You're bothered by something. You're not? Okay, that's better.
Thank you.
Yeah, you pack up your violin, I'll put your music away.